All right, so it has been a week and a half later, and I'm just now getting back out to the garage. I wasn't able to get video of me pulling the motor or the transmission. I had one heck of a time getting it out. I, for the life of me, couldn't figure out how to take the motor and transmission out without dropping the entire subframe out. What I have left is a brake caliper, the fuel rail, and the fuel rail connectors. So I ended up taking the full subframe out with all the connections. I just dropped the 3 bolts from each strut, and then there's 2 bolts for the lower control arm and 2 bolts for the actual subframe itself. Both sides. Could not get this wheel off because the one lug is stripped, and I snapped my 3/8 socket extension off inside of the stripped nut socket. So just left it on. I said screw it. Got it all out. Got everything back out. Put the hood back on because it sits outside. Didn't want everything kind of getting rained on. But this is... oh good. This is where I'm at. So now my plans have kind of changed. I was going to go and try to find an M54 B30 for this, but my ideas for a build has kind of changed. So the B25s are super cheap and easy to find. So I'm going to be calling the junkyards this week, taking you guys along when I see if I can find one or if I can source one off Facebook. But I'm literally going to be trying to get something that has low compression or, stopped working as a donor block, because I found out that my block has a hole in it. So I'm going to take you guys along the process of how to completely tear down this whole motor down to the block, get the heads off, get the valve cover off and the cams and everything, getting the transmission off. So we're going to go through this process together. Never done this before, but we're going to figure it out. I figured out everything else to this point. So let's go ahead and start tearing this motor apart. Okay, so for the transmission, this is the one that I was fighting to get out. See what it... absolutely cross-threaded. Yeah, I was never gonna get that out underneath the car, so. Now the fun part, gotta break all these loose. These are all, let's see, these are E14, like a star bit style. Oh wow, that's funny. Starter was loose. Tell you what, these bolts are in there. That's what they're supposed to come out like. Beautiful. The ones for the starter are E12, but they were for some reason already loose. As for the transmission bolts, don't get them confused, because I'll show you. the E14s and the E12s, you won't get confused on size. But as you can see, I've got two different lengths. I've got two of these full lengths. These two are at the top behind this top head. This one is a side mount. The other one that I have is also a side mount. All right, and then I've got two E10s. Make sure I don't lose these. Grab the E10. I will say, I don't like that we have 15 different bolts for one transmission. It's pretty annoying. One more on this side. Should do it. I'll get out of the way of my freaking camera, because I'm horrible at filming videos. Oh, they weren't kidding. It does have a new clutch and flywheel. Alright. Move the transmission out of the way. The clutch looks brand new. Love that. That's fantastic for me. The clutch and flywheel was replaced, and then the connecting rod shot through the block like 5,000 miles later. So, one thing I don't have to deal with now. Alright, so for now I think I'm just gonna start with getting the exhaust off. Probably gonna try to pull the transmission off. That way I can at least try to stand the motor upright. And then from there, because I don't have an engine stand or a cherry picker, so we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see if I can keep this organized and remember where all my bolts go. That's kind of one of the main reasons why I'm making a YouTube video. So that's where I'm gonna start. So as you can see, I'm deciding to take the exhaust off while it's sitting on my creeper. Highly suggest don't do this in this way. Just spend the extra $100 and buy that Harbor Freight engine stand. It will make your life 100% easier, because in the next clip you'll see why you'll need one, because this ends up actually falling over on me. Well, I guess this is why they recommend having an engine stand. Yeah, don't do what I do. Now I gotta figure out how to even get the things to stand up straight. So, yeah, watch me struggle while I do this. Before I even attempted to get the motor to stand back up after falling, I wanted to make sure that I got the clutch and flywheel taken off because they were so new, just in case I was able to reuse them. Fast forward like 5 days, I got an engine stand from a buddy that had one. I took the top head off and now we're tearing into it. So I should preface, I have not watched a single YouTube video on how to take these motors apart at all. I'm literally just trying to teach myself about the BMW inline 6. So I'm just taking my sockets, my E14s, my E12s, and just going at it. So you see me like running back and forth, putting bolts back, making sure that everything is being organized the best that I can. And I'm just kind of learning as I go along in the process of tearing the entire motor apart. You'll see in a couple clips in the future why that was a mistake. All right, guys. This is where I'm at. As you can see over there, I've got the cams, and then all the head studs have been pulled, cam holders and the bearings, timing chain guides, which are plastic and they snapped, so I have to replace those now. But I have everything off of this thing. The head is ready to come out, or the head is ready to come off. So I'm gonna do this reveal with you guys. You know, we got the hole in the block right there, so we're gonna see what this baby looks like. Also, don't mind me, I'm shirtless because it is 85 degrees outside and I don't have any air circulating, so. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Well, yep, that's a bent valve on cylinder 3. Cylinder 4 is a bent valve. And I mean cylinder 6 just absolutely exploded. Look at the damage on that thing. Let me get this set up over here. I'm sure you guys heard the springs fell just right off. There was a bunch of them that were loose, and that was the valves that were already bent. So that head's shot. It's not getting saved. Holy crap. That is some carnage. I mean, the piston is literally gone. I've got 2 holes in the block, 1 internal. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Well, here goes nothing. It's literally lodged in the bottom pan. Completely obliterated. 90% of the piston is in the oil pan itself. Just completely disintegrated. Oh my god. There's pieces everywhere in this motor. There's the hole in the block. But what I didn't show you guys. There was another one. Yeah, no bueno. The head shot too. More boys. Everything is taken apart. There is number 6 cylinder without a piston. Number 3 had a bent valve where you can see the rust, and number 4 did as well. Cams are good. Cam holders are good. Timing chain components seemed solid, but this thing's fried because cylinder 6 had the gear, and this gear is shot. So this entire cam is just gone. As far as the block, I literally can't do a single thing with it because where's it at? Got a hole right there. And there's that hole. And the rest of these are in actually good shape. It's really unfortunate because this one is just absolutely screwed. So, I guess stick with me on the journey. This is just episode 1 of me tearing this thing apart. I didn't really take a time lapse. I showed you guys me taking the head off to get to the main block. But everything else I kind of just went through really quick just to realize that it was all a waste of time. I should have just threw the motor away. I should have done that anyway, but this was more for fun and realizing that, well, this is, you know, cool experience tearing something apart and learning all about the BMW motors. So I guess now I have to determine if I'm going to go ahead and build my own custom K-swap for this thing, or if I'm going to try to get a SN, what, not an SN, an S54 M3 for this year, because I want to make this an angled kit drift car, that or a fully built turboed K-swap car. So I guess it's whatever motor becomes available. K-series motors are everywhere around me, so I'll be able to find them on Facebook.